Bandai Namco.
That's not a fade to black. You said we're starting
I
as soon as it fades to
I thought it
black.
was gonna fade to black. Okay, I was. Yeah, we're playing Dark Souls 3.
I was gonna do a whole thing about how the fire fades out and we fade in.
Well, I wasn't expecting it to hold on to the splash screen. Like normally, there's you know what I mean.
Fair enough, everything fades in.
Yeah, everything fades, including the fire. All right.
Not the fire that burns in my soul.
Yes, indeed. I love this intro so much.
It's very good.
It is.
Transitory land? You mean the lands between?
No, aren't the lands between the place where the firekeepers are in Dark Souls 2?
No, that's Elden Ring.
Oh, right. I'm thinking of the lands betwixt. The fire
That
fades.
too.
Huh?
That too. The lands betwixt.
You can understand why I get them confused.
Oh, absolutely. Like, fair enough.
I love the design of the pilgrims.
Very much so. Absolutely agreed.
The bell tolls for thee! Oh, might be a little bit. There we go. Turned it down just a tad. Aldrich, Saint of the Deep.
Silver.
What?
Lady talk. Don't interrupt her. She's been practicing this for years.
Baron's Undead Legion. The Abyss Watchers.
Silver. This is her moment.
I know this intro by heart. I know. The only one I don't know by heart is Dark Souls 2.
Fair enough.
I have a lot of theories surrounding Yorm.
I do like that the giants in Dark Souls have the hollow faces.
Yeah. That was the thing that was established in Dark Souls 2, because in Dark Souls 1, their faces are completely covered, so...
True. Dark Souls 2 kind of did form like the stepping stones for the series going onward, even if it is a bit of a mess.
I tried some experimental stuff that didn't work, but in terms of lore and character design, I think that it nailed it.
I mean, Dark Souls 2 is essentially the framework from which Elden Ring is built.
Yeah! Yeah, I can't argue with that.
And, like, you love the DLC of this game, right?
I love the DLC of this game so fucking much.
Well, it was ran by the guy who was the director of Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and then he was the creative director for Elden Ring.
Yeah. Alright. So, first things first.
Your name is entry incomplete.
Is it night? Just double checking. Yeah, it's night that I'm gonna be. Yeah, I think I usually go with the. Alright. Base. Base. Alright.
I am very much looking forward to the 5-hour recording just focused on hair.
No, I actually know what I'm doing for hair, more or less.
Fair enough.
Really, this is the only ponytail they have?
Down and to the left.
Ah, there we go.
It's obscured because the angle is bad.
Oh.
Trying to make it more golden yellow.
There we go.
It's kind of a vomit green yellow.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. There you get. Actually, you might want to crank the green down a little.
Ah,
There
there we
you go.
go.
That's
That's a nice
perfect.
gold. All right.
That's a golden gold.
There is. There it is.
Pupils. I don't remember her having students.
There we go. Oh shit. Is that, fuck. Sorry, I'm. Nope, not that. There we go.
Okay.
Sorry, the keyboard for the Switch and the PS5 are very different.
That's fair.
Yeah, she's back. The Hunter.
Elden Ring was the previous game, Silver.
I think you mean Bloodborne. But also no,
Bloodborne.
it's because when we played Dark Souls, I think it was around the time we were also doing that Biddy and I were doing Metroid Prime, and in Metroid Prime they call Samus the Hunter.
Which is such a cool name.
It is such a badass name. So yeah, this is our character from Dark Souls 1. If you remember, she did not light the flame or become the Lord of Hollows.
King Silver never beat the game.
And that is why she's an Ashen One. The exact details of what went down there to lead her to becoming an Ashen One, we'll figure out later.
I'm like 85% sure you already had like a plot line.
I do. Oh yeah, I love the Cemetery of Ash.
Absolutely love it. I love the blue hues. I love its patches of yellow and green.
Oh, hold on one moment.
Oh.
Video. There we go. Sorry about that. It was coming. The VLC was coming through my speakers.
Fair enough. You fell for it. You fell for the oldest trick in the book.
I was distracted with my.
You fell for it. Don't pretend you weren't distracted by anything. You fell for it. Hook, line, sinker, you gosh darn sucker.
Ow.
Oh, you fell for it again! Oh.
So I haven't played this game in like 8 months.
8 months? I wouldn't have fallen for that.
And what better way to shake off the rust
than to fall for it like a big gosh darn sucker? I do like that the knight is just a bit lighter, so you aren't fat rolling right off the bat.
Yeah.
Since the knight is the class a lot of people seem to gravitate towards early on because it is the
100% damage reduction shield.
Not just that, but the fact that it's also the first class you see. So there's always an innate idea in the head that like,
Got
well,
the stagger.
If it's the first class they want me to see in the character roster, then it must be the one that they expect newbies to use. So then a lot of people gravitate towards it right off the bat, because obviously it must be the standard class everybody's expected to run at least once.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, excellent.
Oh.
The soul of an unknown traveler. Mm. Please clear it.
Oh, right. So I was looking at OBS. Rolling, 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 rolling. What?
Speaking of Dark Souls games, I've been stuck on Mesmer and Elden Ring.
Nice.
Are you familiar with the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC at all?
No, I haven't. I haven't beaten Elden Ring.
That's fair.
It is a big game. I keep getting burned out so fast.
It is definitely one of those games where it's like, it is huge. It is that big.
Yeah, I
On
get
that
burned.
topic,
I get burned around the time I get to the city.
on a topic, I did watch a video about the worst live stream of Elden Ring.
Oh my.
So this guy's doing a charity stream
Well, like games done
of
quick.
Elden Ring. No, just for like, okay. He's doing a charity stream for Elden Ring, where the more people donate, the more the longer he'll stream. Obviously.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, the kicker, the bit that's gonna make you pissed.
Yeah.
The charity was to buy him a PS5.
What the fuck?
Yeah. He wanted a PS5 so he could review God of War Ragnarok.
Oh, that's cringe.
Yeah. I mean, you can record it on PS4. It's still an
I mean,
incredibly amazing game.
I wouldn't. Calling it a charity is the part that pisses me off.
Absolutely gross.
Just call it a PS5 donation drive.
Absolutely.
Like, I'd have no problem with that. I have a friend who does stuff like that. Fuck,
Anyway.
I missed.
Apparently somebody gifted him Elden Ring, and Elden Ring was the game that the audience picked for the stream.
Yeah?
He did nothing but rag about it. Just
Wait.
nothing but complaining.
Hold on, I'm wearing the ring, right? Yes, I am. Okay.
Nothing but endless complaining.
Jesus Christ.
Like, he got into the opening area, and he's like, a generic fantasy world. The trees are yellow, the grass is green, the sky is blue. Yeah, the art style kind of sucks. Nothing but complaining. Nothing but complaining. And then people are like, you're kind of being mean to this game. He's like, I'm doing nothing but stating my subjective opinion.
Oh, right.
You know.
Yeah. Wait, did you say objective opinion?
Subjective. I said
Okay.
subjective. Anyway, he just did nothing but complain. And here's the baffling thing. He, in a stream that lasted about 7 hours, what he accomplished was defeating 2 bosses and
Speaking of bosses,
else.
I want to say something about this one. I had so much trouble with this boss my first time playing this because, you know, it's a big boss. Everything in my experience tells me to keep my distance from it once it goes into its second phase, which ironically would put me at range of his more dangerous attacks.
Absolutely, that's the trick.
Because it's a big boss, but not like it's a big boss, but not a giant boss. So it works like a giant boss. It doesn't look like a giant boss, but mechanically speaking, it is. That's why you gotta hug the legs.
It's kind of genius.
It
Yeah.
is. I love it so much.
Anyway, so during his entire stream, he beat two bosses.
Yeah.
He beat Margit the Fell and Gudrun the Grafted.
Okay. Yeah. The first two people tend to.
Well, here's the thing. He didn't do anything else.
Oh no. Oh, hold on.
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one. I am a firekeeper.
I like this Firekeeper design, but I still think my favorite Firekeeper is the Emerald Herald.
Fair enough. I do like the Emerald Herald's design.
Yeah. I still think the Emerald Herald is a daughter of Manus.
Yeah, I can believe that. I think that was like a popular theory back in the day.
Yeah. Because, you know, she, the whole point about the Daughters of Manus is that, oh, fuck, I don't even, hold on, I actually don't want to level up right now. Because I want to know what the stats I need are first before I level up. You know my favorite weapon in the game?
The Zweihander, yes.
No, that's DS1.
Oh, okay.
DS2.
Yeah,
look it up without saying what it is.
Okay.
Where the homes of the lords converge.
Tell me what my strength and dex need to be. I know it's a dex-based weapon.
Okay.
I want to say it's like strength 18 and dex 20.
I'm on the thing. I'm trying to. These wiki pages are so indecipherable.
Let's see.
Yes, it's strength 18 and
dex 20.
Dexterity 20.
Okay. Nice, I nailed it.
Anyway, so he doesn't go into any caves.
Jesus.
He doesn't fight any of the overworld enemies.
Does he not even try to fight the big fuck off golden horse?
No.
What the fuck? That's like the first thing you should do.
He runs away from everything. The only enemies he fights are like helpless animals that can't fight back. He does nothing but complain. He does fight a few of the fodder enemies, but they usually kick his butt because he's not. Because he kind of just rushes in and starts wailing. You know, a genius strategy.
Speaking of genius strategy.
Oh, you're doing this, huh?
Of course I am. Do you want me to try to take him in a fair fight?
That would be funny, but I don't need that.
I'll try a couple times. I'll try 3. I'll do 3 attempts. That counts.
That counts. Yeah, fair enough. To be fair, it's like backstabbing and then knocking somebody else. Oh god. By the way, on the topic of like bleed weapons, because he does give you a bleed weapon. When I went to fight Melania in Elden Ring, I opted to call for help because I was getting my butt kicked.
Naturally,
everybody does.
Yeah.
And every single one of the like 20 people out of the 20 people hovering around Melania's door waiting to be summoned were all using the like super long katana with bleed damage.
The washing pole.
I think it has a different name.
Well, yeah, it has a different name, but it's still the washing pole.
I think it's like with the crescent moon
yeah,
katana now or something. Anyway, basically they were all wielding the exact same bleed katana. Some of them might have something else in the offhand, but they were all wielding goddamn katanas. And let me tell you, that is very disheartening.
Ooh, this makes me mid-roll. That's fine. I'll pump
Dude, so
some...
you're already mid-rolling.
I was?
Yeah, the
I'll,
Knight Armor just makes you mid-roll by default.
I'll pump some stuff into endurance later.
Fair enough.
Or,
Maybe strip off your gloves or a helmet.
actually not a bad idea. You want a piece of me?
Anyway.
That's right, bitch.
Anyway, this guy basically spends, like, the entire game complaining. He's got he basically avoids every single encounter he can avoid. If it's avoidable, he avoids it. He gets his ass kicked in everything. He continuously misses the sites of grace / bonfires because he's not paying attention.
What the fuck? They literally point to each other.
And they also have like that big area of effect glow swirl that makes them kind of impossible to miss.
Yeah.
And it's just like the most just baffling because like at a point he's getting his butt kicked by the boss because he's,
underleveled.
Completely underleveled, yeah. And people are telling him, you should go back and explore. That's what the game wants you to do. And he's like, I don't want to explore because I don't have fun exploring. And then you can like watch like his exploration, and it's running around Limgrave in a big old circle 20 times, avoiding every single fight, and running to the edge of the Limgrave map, the starting area. And then basically going, I've seen everything. He doesn't even like try to fight the dragon or
What the
like.
Fuck?
He never enters a single cave.
What the hell? He doesn't?
He never even finds a single cave.
God,
like
I am so fucking rusty. I do not remember what the angle is.
Like his ability for discovery is that just like completely. He just constantly complains. It is the most miserable kind of stream to watch, and all the while, every single time somebody will pop in and be like, trying to help him or guide him or something, and he just lashes out at them. I'm not having fun. I don't like these kinds of games. I'm doing this for charity. And then, constantly reminding people to donate because it's getting him a PS5.
Jesus Christ. I didn't have to do donations to get my PS5. I just saved the fuck up, and I'm not even, like, a streamer. There we go! Fucking finally!
Excellent! Gotta get that homeward bone, huh?
Oh, actually, there's more important shit here.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's where you find Snuggly. And also, Pickle Pea in this one. Right, Snuggly is DS2.
Isn't it like 2 others in DS2? DS2 is 2 of them.
There we go. And now for the most important part. There we go.
Starting off with that, huh?
Of course I am.
I can't say I'm disappointed. I probably would have done the same.
I mean, it's gonna speed shit up so fast. Oh, also we should probably talk to,
I'm just an old man. Please ignore me.
I am Ludleth of Cornan. Look not in bewilderment as I say. I linked the fire.
I will say, I am gonna be making a beeline to my favorite weapon.
So I know.
We'll probably have it before the end of the 3rd episode.
I can believe that.
This sad cadaver. No need to be coy. Have a closer.
I like Ludleth. He's an interesting character.
No, no surprise there.
5 thrones will take 5.
He definitely has a
for the linking of the fire.
A vibe.
Yeah, there is a dialogue of him, like, at some point, falling asleep and having nightmares about his, linking of the flame.
So it is.
Oof.
I became
Yeah.
Lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a
Also, I do like that this game does actually,
now.
like, give you more about the pygmies.
Fair enough.
Andre!
A newcomer, I see.
I haven't seen you since Lordran.
As a humble
I have no idea who you are.
Come on, we met like long time ago.
You came by my shop once and then completely effed off and started talking and taking service from that giant.
Actually,
Let me see.
I actually didn't get any upgrades from the giant. He makes boss weapons,
Such is my purpose.
and I didn't
He
use
also does
those.
general. He also has general stuff too.
I bought materials from him, but I didn't upgrade.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm trying.
What? Oh
Be
wait.
careful.
I also need to reinforce my Estus.
Tis good, wasn't he?
There we go.
Prithee, be careful.
Alright. And now you.
A pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One.
I like this Firekeeper.
I am but a
Is-
humble handmaid of the shrine.
I think she's probably the one that told the Bearer of the Curse about the portal to Dranglaic.
I wrought little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler.
That's who I think she is.
And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away.
Well, she is
Ashen
undead,
fetch
so
souls,
Yeah.
that means she's quite older than everybody else.
as is thy wont.
Yeah, and she's a Firekeeper. A former Firekeeper.
True.
You can tell by her robes.
Ashen One, be sure to bring more souls.
Because she's dressed just like the Firekeepers from Dark Souls 2. The ones in the cabin in the lands betwixt.
Fair enough.
Wait, I should level up. Oh, this person's also leveling up.
Use the mark to love.
Everybody's leveling up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Alright, Yeah.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Alright. Now to actually get the game started, this is where the fun begins. I do like the High Wall of Lothric. It is a very interesting,
It's a good starting point, I
Oh,
think.
yeah. I also love that you start in here in this room with the Lord Vessel, and empty. You have no idea what to expect. And then you get here and it's just like... It's such a great introduction.
I think the strength of Dark Souls 3 is that it mixes the familiar with the unfamiliar.
Absolutely.
For everything you're familiar with, it usually puts it in a setting or place in which your familiarity with it makes it disturbing by nature.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why is this thing that should be this important right here?
Yeah, like the Lord Vessel up there.
Yeah. Why is the Lord Vessel there? Obviously, there is a reason.
Yeah.
But why is the Lord Vessel, this big endpoint for like most Dark Souls 1, right here?
Well, midpoint.
True. I mean, kind of is the endpoint because you drop everything off there.
Oh, yeah. I was referring to getting it at the... Oh,
Fair enough. I know what you mean. It
God, I
throws
love
you through a loop.
backstabs. It's easy and it does a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Alright.
Personally, I don't like backstabs.
Ow.
Correction.
Nope.
I don't like
Fuck.
the backstab meta.
I was trying to stop.
Of,
I was trying to stop that! Drink, drink, drink! Drink. Drink! Oh, I'm still alive!
Excellent.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah, I don't like the...
Okay. There we go.
Yeah,
I got my...
don't like... Okay.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Fight
Holy
first,
fuck.
wait a second.
I was trying to kill him before he does the whole pus of man. But I ended up attacking the wrong guy. There's something
Fair
I
enough.
need over there. There's something I need over there before I move on. Yeah.
Well, I do like backstabs. I don't like how it sort of creates a backstab meta for PvP,
Yeah.
where every single battle ends up being
Scraping
two
around.
guys shuffling around, and the person who wins isn't so much the person who is doing it the best, you know, gameplay wise, or has like
Why did it?
or has like figured out their build, or like is being strategic. It's usually the person who can shuffle around the fastest and or has an item that makes backstabs easier, which is kind of my issue with the backstab meta.
Yeah.
That's not to say it's
honestly,
bad,
it feels like it comes down to RNG. Gonna be honest.
oftentimes it does come down to your latency.
Oh yeah, raw gem.
Like,
there we go, longbow. That's what I wanted.
Like, nothing pisses me off more than like going up against somebody who's like obviously has like server connection issues, and then like I get near him and then suddenly he's behind me backstabbing me because guess what? While the servers are being fussy because of his weird ass connection, he was making the runs around and hit me in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah,
That
which is a
happens.
shame, but it's like I don't think it holds the game back.
Definitely not.
Elden Ring, and by extension,
'Cause you
all the
can
Dark Souls games
Still
are...
enjoy it completely
without having to really engage with
in the online.
Yeah.
By the way, this area, best early game farming spot for a thing that will become apparent a little bit further up ahead.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh fuck, I forgot to figure out where... Is Grey Rat in the High Wall, or is that in the Undead Settlement?
The Grave Rot tree?
No, Grey Rat.
Later. Grey Rat?
Yeah.
Let me check.
I know where the Cursed Rotten Greatwood is.
Ah. Yeah, he's in the tower wall. He's a prisoner.
Yeah, I
So
know.
he's a bit further along.
I think he's just past us. Alright, now run, 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 run!
It's not so much just past this as he is further past it, but in a place that's like a little easy to miss if you're not looking for it.
Yeah, this place, because of this dragon on a bridge, is a great early soul farm.
Oh, certainly.
So you can get with the silver serpent ring, you can get like 1,000 each run if you kill everything between the bonfire and here. Oh. Yeah, I know. Oh, good. He didn't aggro. That thing I just said. Oh, good. He didn't aggro. Turn around. He's immediately coming. God, those guys will fuck you up.
Oh, absolutely agreed. In the best way possible.
Oh, yeah. It's so satisfying to kill them, especially without getting hit.
I do like that Dark Souls, and like by extension Elden Ring, because I have my brain on Elden Ring lately, are not afraid to throw like harder enemies at you, and then give you the tools to avoid them if you want.
Oh, yeah, like a bonfire just past the Lothric Knight. I'm gonna go turn in the souls. Can I buy Lloyd's talismans? No, I'll do that next episode. Where the fuck is she? Where is she? There she is.
Welcome home, Ashen
She's not
Spirit.
like the Emerald Maiden where she moves between like 5 pre-designated spots.
I think she has 3.
I think it's the one, but she has slight variations within that area, so that you know where to look.
Yeah, no,
But it's usually in that area.
She's usually either here, right by the bonfire, or like sitting on the steps, like right here.
I think when she's by the bonfire, it's usually because like she has something important to say.
Probably. Can I buy, like, I can buy Lloyd... No, that's Leather Shield. Cannot buy Lloyd's talismans yet. Well, later I will. I'll have to pick up the thing that lets me do that, but... I am effectively going to min-max for soul collecting so that I can do that. Once I'm in, once I'm in like the final major dungeon, not counting the DLC, like I'll be. I mean, no, I'm not confident enough in myself to do that. Also, I would feel really mean. Unlocking the late game area early, which I really love FromSoft for allowing that to be a thing that can happen.
Always.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I could do that before getting off the wall even.
There's merits to doing it that way.
Yeah. I feel bad just because of the stuff that I need to do in order to do that.
Yeah.
Alright. Where does it... I don't remember where the key to Grey Rat's cell is.
I always love, like, Dark Souls videos, or, like, Dark Souls Let's Players who end up killing the lady because they're like, there's a boss I heard that shows up if you kill this lady. Is that the boss I need to take out? And then it is A, not the boss, and B,
so
they throw themselves fruitlessly at the wall for a while.
So, you remember what happened my very first time playing Dark Souls 3, right?
Oh, you'd have to remind me.
Because we played together when it was new. There's Grey Rat.
You'll have to remind me, because there are a lot of things I remember about your first playthrough.
I mean my very first playthrough, not the one that not my first one that I completed.
Oh, okay.
It was back when I was playing Pyromancer, and the I was having trouble with the main boss of the Lothric Wall, who, you know, is actually very easy.
I recall, yes.
And
no,
then
I don't recall.
I ended up getting frustrated, and I heard about the other boss on the Lothric High Wall and decided to go like, huh, why don't I just do that instead? And yeah, it did not end up in my favor. But I will say that boss is still one of my favorites.
A highlight. Absolutely a highlight.
I think it's this one without the shirt.
Fuck! Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I hate the Puss of Man.
I like the Puss of Man. I think that it's underused.
Yeah, it's only used in the high wall of Lothric, and like, it's only used in the Lothric area, like the Lothric castle areas. It's only,
Which is a shame, because it's a neat concept for mixing up the formula.
yeah,
I think it's a little indicative of the fact that, like, Dark Souls 3 started with a bunch of ideas and they had to downscale.
yeah.
Which makes sense, inevitably. Every game has to downscale ambition.
Come on, bitch.
I think the problem with, like, Dark Souls 3, and it's not a problem with Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 is still a very good game. I think part of the issue with it is the fact that it was a very ambitious game that backtracked to something the developers were, like, more familiar with because of hardware issues.
Alright, new plan. I'm gonna do it the dev intended way.
Because basically the devs were trying to figure out, like, the PS4, Xbox One hardware right off the heels of, like, Dark Souls 2 and Elden Ring. And Bloodborne. So that's kind of what happens. Everybody gets
There we
new tech
go.
and they're always ambitious with it, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think this is a blood gem. Ember. Okay.
The amount of games where, like, I love What Happened. It's such a good series for, like, figuring out what happens in, like, game dev. And it is always so sad that in, like, every video, the thing he says the most is
Too
they
ambitious.
had an ambitious plan for this and this and this, and then the hardware got in the way.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
And, like, I love me some ambition.
Oh, yeah.
Like, my favorite faction in Dynasty Warriors is the Wei faction. You know, with Cao Cao?
Yeah.
His big thing is he's ambitious, and that he wants all of his followers to be equally ambitious. That's, like, his big thing in Dynasty Warriors. Just Cao Cao is super ambitious, and everybody around him is encouraged to be ambitious too.
Alright.
Like, all of his officers are, like, people who are, like, downtrodden, and he's like, I will raise you up, but only if you are willing to aim for the stars, kind of deal.
Yeah. Speaking of ambitious. This is another Lothric.
Amazing. Completely failed.
No, it's that is this guy. Oh, this one's a spear, dude. Thank you for turning around. Oh, that should not have worked. That was me
You
getting
are
greedy.
lucky.
Yes, I got lucky. I am not gonna... Look, I'm not gonna pretend that was all skill. That was luck. I got greedy. I should have died.
Speaking of blind ambition, I've been listening to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie soundtrack.
Nice, which one?
The movie.
Which movie?
Pyramid of Light.
Oh, okay.
The only one that's referred to as the movie.
Okay, I didn't know if you meant, like, that one or the time travel one.
That's always Bonds Before Time.
Wait, isn't Bonds Beyond Time an Inuyasha movie?
It might be, but I don't think it...
I remember you!
It could very well be that, both Yu-Gi-Oh! And, Inuyasha use the same name.
Inuyasha? What are you, my mother?
You gotta Inuyasha your hands.
Okay, so that's the way forward. I mean, this...
Inuyasha is like just one of those series where I'm like, I love it, I hate it. I love it, I hate it. I love it, I hate it. And I can hate it for very valid reasons.
Hello? Wait. Okay.
Kind of like how
you're
there's a
real.
lot of stuff people can love and yet also hate with
Oh,
valid
the
reasons.
Astora Straight Sword! I miss Oscar.
Don't worry. He's with you in spirit and in that greatsword.
And
Help! I'm trapped in my own greatsword!
It was a straight sword.
Help! I'm trapped in my own straight sword!
This is not
But I'm
good!
not
This
very-
is not good!
Help! I'm trapped in my straight sword, but I don't feel very straight. I'm still thinking about boys.
I'm still thinking about Solaire.
I'm still thinking about Slayer and his amazing chiseled abs.
He does actually have some pretty good abs.
Speaking of chiseled abs, Baldur's Gate 3 with the wizard.
Oh yeah.
Elfminster is his name, if I recall.
Yeah. You gonna come up here, bitch?
Look, I've never played Baldur's Gate 3, but like every single time I think of it, I always remember that one meme of people being like, "Why is Elminster so ripped?" This is like the result of like
because he's from first edition.
well, people are always like, at first they go, "This is what happens when you have like only one male body type model," and people are like, "No, he's a first edition. He's actually canonically that ripped."
Yeah, that was back when that was muscle wizards have been a thing. Yes, aggro me.
Muscle wizards are not only a thing; they're great. I love
They
muscle
are.
wizards. There's an entire there's an entire manga about muscle wizards with a sort of questionable ending.
Yeah,
Fairy tale.
never heard of it.
It's fine. It's the premise is that it follows a
Dog.
wizard who shoots fire from his hands and eats fire, and that's his gimmick.
There's the cell
And-
key.
And he teams up with a girl whose gimmick is summoning monsters and stuff. It's fun. It's a great series. I think part of my issue with it was one of the characters, sort of Urza Scarlet, if I recall, kind of ended up. I love action, but what I don't love is when like characters win fights by going, "Don't worry, I have another super secret special move hidden away just for this."
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, Urza Scarlet won
All right.
almost entirely by going, "Don't worry, you might have water powers, but I have my anti-water armor, ready just in case." Or like, the villain will be like, "Aha, I have illusions," and then Urza will go, "Aha, but guess what? One of my eyes is fake. This is something we're establishing literally now." Yeah, so popular character, but like a lot of fights ended up going the way of like, and then she reveals her brand new special armor at the last second
You know what
and
that is?
wins a fight she was losing.
That's those kids playing make believe, and anytime you're like, "Pew, I shot you," like, "Nah, I have invisible body armor." You know, that's what that sounds like.
It's better in the it's better in like the series, so it's not exactly that. It's a little
Oh, hey, I
better
didn't even see
handled,
that one.
but like there are plenty of moments where it'll be like, and then Urza Scarlet solos an entire demon army. And then it's like now everybody else has to find their own ways to entertain themselves. And it's kind of like I don't really care for Urza. Especially when there was like a fight that I really so she ended up getting into a fight with a character whose like ability was like spatial adjustment. So like all the enemies have to get like really clever when fighting her. And she can just sort of pull out like a brand new special armor at the last minute and win.
Uh,
So
that's
it's like
awful.
the enemy will be beating her for like
Ah,
most of
never
the
change, Dark Souls community.
but yeah, it basically just ended up being like every time Urza was like fighting somebody, be like, yeah, Urza's gonna be fighting the big bad for like this long, and she's gonna get her butt kicked, and then she's gonna reveal her brand new special armor and then win.
At least with like Dragon Ball, it's not new techniques. It's just getting stronger, finding ways to get stronger. Um, you know,
Yeah. Dragon Ball is not great about it, but at the same time, Dragon Ball isn't like having Vegeta go, "Don't worry, Goku, I have invented a brand new technique just now, specifically for this one enemy." Yeah, but that's just sort of my memory of it. Maybe there's somebody out there who's like a really big fan of Fairy Tail who's gonna be like, Urza Scarlet actually wins 80% of her fights by outwitting her foe. Um, which I don't believe.
I mean, if you have a million solutions that could be pulled out at any time, and
That was actually her ability. She had a million different suits of armor and a million different weapons, and she would just hot swap between them as needed.
oh god, see that's I don't like hot swapping. Like I don't. I think it should be like that, man, where it's you gotta have prep time. Like you have to prepare for it beforehand. You can't.
I can get that. I think with all things, like, it basically ends up
Oh,
being
this
your
is
preference.
not good. Okay, got my footing.
Like, I am very much aware that, like, Sasuke Uchiha of the Uchiha clan is very popular in Japan, but he is not popular in the Americas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's apparently just one of those, like, cultural things where, like, some
Oh, I have an
some
arrow through my
audiences,
nose. I don't know if you
or
noticed
like
that.
But like some audiences like certain tropes, like the hero will always win because
Because they
Because he
believe.
fought honorably and didn't rely on treachery, and instead relied on the fact they had infinite weapons to start with.
Yeah.
Kind of like how I never got Sasuke. A lot of Americans
He's
don't.
emo. That's literally all it is.
Oh, there's more to him. But like as I said, he is not really popular in the States. Or at least not as popular as he is in like Japan or other countries. Like every country has like their own preferences for like what kind of the heroes they like. The States love a good zero to hero, somebody who rises above the odds.
Yeah, someone who can go the distance.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you get like a lot of stuff where it's like, yeah, I kind of like my heroes to already be inherently like great and good and stuff. In like other countries, like a lot of destined heroes. I think that's why like a lot of people really bounced off of Naruto later, where it became more and more clear that Naruto was always destined for greatness.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's descended from Ninja Jesus and Ninja Judas.
Yeah. And some people get into that, other people just don't. And I think that's sort of like
I think Rock Lee is. I think Rock Lee would be a much better protagonist.
what's that video, Naruto, the self-made hypocrite?
Yeah, by Plague of Gripes.
Yes, excellent video
It
that.
is. Hey, Grey Rat.
I'm pretty sure there's people out there who'll be like, yeah, it's not really indicative to the morals of Naruto. But it's like, it was indicative to the morals of Naruto for like a lot of people who got into it at the start, you know?
Yeah. Oh my god, I am covered in blood.
Remarkable.
You're just blood-soaked, yeah.
If that's true, then I have a favor to ask.
I like Grey Rat's design. I'm always a big fan of, like, hats that completely cover the face.
Oh, you would be a slut for Big Hat Logan, huh?
I am!
Woman, Loretta, lives there. Please, give her this ring.
I'm not. I don't even play sorcerers, and I like Big Hat Logan.
That's fair.
I didn't even need to save Big Hat Logan, but I did.
More wits than most royalty. What do you say then? Huh?
Valid.
Very well. I humbly
Valid.
place my faith in you.
Yeah.
I think Big Hat Logan is like one of those like characters everybody likes.
Yeah, there's nothing to not like.
Promise to assist you.
He's a dude with a big hat, and he does exactly what his name says. He is a man named Logan.
Yep.
Do your part and
We'll get to on it later, but I love that Big Hat Logan, his legacy, effectively created a cult of people who wear big hats.
I do like that, like, one of the reoccurring, like, sort of motifs of
God,
Dark Souls
that
3
ghost fucking spooked me.
Dark Souls 3 especially kind of touches on, like, the cult appeal of Dark Souls, where it goes, yeah, you remember that character from Dark Souls 1? Turns out they have a cult now.
And you can't even blame them, because that character from Dark Souls 1 is cool.
Agreed. Absolutely. And I don't blame them. Especially when, like, one of the bosses is literally just, like, fan service to that one boss in a DLC that everybody got their butt kicked by.
Oh, yeah, that's one of my favorite bosses.
Absolutely.
That is why my icon is wearing their fucking hat.
Absolutely. And that's sort of, like...
Oh, I should probably turn in these souls, actually.
And that's, like, my big takeaway from, like, Dark Souls 3 more than, like, any of the others. It's
a fantastic send-off.
It is a celebration of Dark Souls, especially Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, I mean, there are Dark Souls 2, there are things of Dark Souls 2 in here. I actually have theories about, I actually have a few theories about,
I mean, Dark Souls 2 influenced the level progression a lot. So.
Yeah, I am glad that they did not keep adaptability. Adaptability fucking sucked.
Fair enough.
I like.
I think everybody can agree.
Yeah, I like Dark Souls 2. I cannot defend adaptability. Yeah, no, what the shield I'm gonna be using for the rest of the game once I get to it is one from Dark Souls 2.
I think Dark Souls 2 is probably the one I put the most hours into.
So I was actually looking at what I have the most hours on my PS5. What do you think I have the most hours on?
Is it Lies of P?
It is surprisingly Lies of P. I have 16 more hours on Lies of P than I do
Any other game?
well, than I do Dark Souls 3.
Fair enough.
And that surprised me. Cuz I thought Dark Souls 3 would be the one that I put the most in. We will return to Lies of P eventually. I just have to yep. Gonna run. Start
You
the
just have
engines.
to, get back into it.
Well, no, I need to get on PC. I can't do it on
PlayStation. Fair enough.
yeah, because it doesn't capture properly.
Which is sad.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't capture properly before. I had to like finagle it in order to get it to go right.
Mm. Maybe we'll return
Stop
to it when
shield
the DLC
bashing.
finally comes
Oh
out.
fuck. Yeah. Hold on.
Maybe we'll get back to Lies of P when the DLC comes out.
Absolutely. This is not good. Okay, they can't come in here. Yeah. They can't come in here because that's the their AI cannot cross the threshold.
Fair enough.
The
Good way to
weight has
abuse the
been
AI,
laid,
Silver.
unkindled one.
Well, there's reasons that we'll get into later. By the way, I love this cathedral. Looks great.
Allow me to speak frankly.
Dark Souls always does great cathedrals.
Oh,
Speaking of
absolutely.
cathedrals,
Oh yeah, Cathedral of the Deep.
Their journey homes converging at the base of this castle.
speaking of cathedrals, I've been trying to
Bottom of the
play
high wall,
unsuccessfully
through the great
Space
gates
Marine 2.
and raise this banner to proceed.
Yeah?
I was looking forward to that, and unfortunately, it seems that even if you meet minimum, the game isn't well optimized for even the for
Yeah.
the minimum settings because
Oh, hold on one moment. Best level grinding spot just up that ladder.
fair enough. Unfortunately, it's a case of like the character models turn invisible if you look away.
Oh no, you're having the same issue on
Elden Ring, yeah.
yeah.
Apparently, that's becoming like the issue for like a lot of
What the fuck?
video games that
Oh,
barely meet
you
minimum.
are gonna give me a lot of souls. 'Cause you have red eyes. I think that makes
Yeah, if you,
red eyes is double souls, I believe. Oh fuck.
maybe
More aggressive. Oh no.
I think that's sort of become like a pattern in like a lot of games that I'm releasing lately. If you don't meet like the if you just barely meet like the requirements, very often what will happen is
It just
games will despawn enemies when they're off screen in order to save processing power, and then they'll just have a hard time rendering them back in.
yeah, and it doesn't help that a lot of modern games are like really poorly optimized. You need NASA computers to run anything lately.
It is the endless chase of higher and higher graphics.
Yeah, I hate it so much.
To be fair, Space Marine has that issue mostly because not because they're chasing like absurd graphics, of which the game is actually fucking beautiful. Don't get me started. But its issue is more the fact that it wants to render a ton of enemies on screen. Because you're supposed to be fighting off like a massive invasion.
Yeah.
So they'll be showing like tons of enemies on screen, and they'll have like their own unique animations and stuff. And that's kind of where like that game has the issue of rendering. It's because it wants to render these huge numbers of enemies, and then because it can't, or you get into a smaller area where it has to do fewer, like just the optimization is an issue. But let me tell you this, the bits I did manage to play, very good game. Highly recommend it for anybody who just like shooters in general.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I didn't.
I know that's
Forgot
not
about
like
you.
a genre you're too interested in, so I'm not gonna like harp on it. But like, it is good. I do enjoy it. What I did not enjoy was changing out my oven's heating element recently.
Yeah. Oh, we're about to have a cutscene.
Oh. Ugh. Of course we're having a cutscene for Vort.
I like Vort.
Does Vort have like any like really deep lore that I just forget about? Or is he
Yeah.
just sort of the big guy?
He's the left hand of the Pontiff. He's the Pontiff's hound dog, basically.
His hand comes off?
What? Fuck off. uh, no. He's in the same position as the dancer, basically. The dancer and Vort like grew up together, or some shit.
Okay.
Hug.
Really get into that guy's butt crack.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Wait, you gonna charge? No, you're not down enough. Stop it. Stop it. I am doing this at a significantly lower level than I normally do.
That's fair. And you're doing great, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's
completely unlike that dude who tried taking on Godfrey the Grafted after only like 5 hours of basically not even exploring. As I said, no other bosses were killed, just the 2 mandatory ones. And by the point in which he beat them, it was very clear he was relying entirely on the NPCs. It happens.
Yeah. I got greedy. I'm used to having more stamina. Normally I grind a few levels at the dragon.
That's fair.
But because I'm not doing it this time, I am a little bit lower than I normally am.
I ain't judging. I've definitely done Inakuma runs before.
That you were supposed to be dead. How much health did that guy have? He was like on a magic pixel or some shit. That last attack should have killed him. Alright. I'm not even gonna bother killing that guy. You! Okay. Also, I haven't upgraded my sword at all.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if you're gonna do that.
Probably should have done that. I might grind a few levels. If Vort kills me again, I'll get a few souls at the I'll get a few souls at the dragon.
Makes sense. It's not a bad way of doing it.
That's gonna kill me.
Amazing. 10 out of 10 fall.
I should have gone left instead of straight. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple dragon runs.
Fair enough. This is probably why I would never do an Elden Ring stream.
Because of the grinding?
Yeah. I mean, I get it, and like, I don't have an issue with it, but it is definitely something when you're like recording.
Yeah.
I always feel bad not getting to new content, you know?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna be grinding off screen because I do need to get 20,000 souls from at one point.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Just slaughtering them. See, you can get
violent.
Yep.
Violent chaos.
See, you can get 1k souls with each run, which is for early on, you know, for literally the first bonfire outside of Firelink. You know, it's not bad. All right, Andre.
Tis good, wasn't he?
Reinforce my... Yeah. Alright, what else? Oh, I need one more. Okay, it's not nearly as much as I thought it was going to be. Alright, time to take on Vort. And I'll kill all the enemies on the way. I'll stop trying to do the fast run. I will say, I do really love Dark Souls shortcuts.
They're pretty much implemented as well as they can ever be.
Oh yeah.
I think that's part of why a lot of people don't like Lost Isles, because it doesn't have any shortcuts. Or at least its shortcuts are still long-ass treks.
Yeah. The only, like, real shortcut is the Chaos Covenant shortcut, and even then that's still a pretty long walk. I mean,
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it still lets you skip 2 bosses. And, you know, having to walk on lava. I guess the only other real thing to make Lost Isles a little easier is the secret bonfire.
Fair enough.
But I didn't use that in mine because, you know, I took the shortcut, the Chaos Covenant shortcut.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a very generous backstabbing. I will say, I am definitely noticing the difference in the that. Fucking. Oh, that was. I don't know why I was two-handing it. Not dual-wielding, two-handing. Gotta be very clear about that. There we go.
Oh, I absolutely love that song. It just kicks into gear with the chanting, folks. Ooh.
Yeah. One more. You gonna charge? Oh. What the fuck? I rolled.
Oof.
Ugh. I am way too.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm way too fucking rusty. I need to not go 8 months without playing this game again. You know?
Fair enough.
Oh, that's why I didn't get out of dual wielding.
You're so funny.
I know.
You're never gonna let that go, are you?
What? Oh, yeah, no. I'm also going to bring it up when we get to the boss. I'll let it. I'll let it go when he survives.
So never.
I've had really bad RNG with that.
Fair enough. Maybe he'll survive this time. That would be a blessing.
That would be so good. That'd be amazing if he survived. People can probably already figure out who I'm talking about based on context clues.
Some boss fights, you just need a friend to help.
Yeah.
Friend doesn't always make it.
That should have been a backstab. I've been getting a lot of magic pixels this episode on both me and the enemies. Alright. I rolled. Am I fat rolling? Oh, I'm an idiot. I still have my bow on, which is messing with my weight.
I do love how feral Bort is. Like, he's a dude in armor, but he's also running on all fours at you.
Yeah. One more? Yeah. Get in there. Come on. That's bullshit. Alright. Let me actually fix the other mistake I had. There we go. Please. What is actually what is it 30%?
I believe it's 30%.
Alright, what is my current weight at? Yeah, no, I guess it's gotta be 30%. Yeah, I'll go and ow, fuck, Bean. That hurt. Or Shinx, that hurt.
You can't even tell your own cats apart.
They're both black cats, and it is dark in my room.
Fair enough.
Where is he? Where are you? Oh, there you are. See if I can pull the lever before you get aggro. Yeah, I think he's not aggro. Alright, let's go in light. See if that helps. God. Yeah, I definitely need to pump shit into endurance. Did you ever see the video that went into depth how fall damage works in Dark Souls?
You've talked about it. I don't think I've actually watched it.
It's a good video.
Fair. I guess it is just one of those cases where it's just like, I think I got the gist of it from you.
Maybe.
What a roar.
Come on. There we go. Damn it.
Ooh.
I was trying to roll between the legs. Alright. gonna do this. I'm definitely gonna pump more shit into vitality and endurance once I beat Vort. I think pumping it all into strength and dex might not have been the best way.
Fair enough.
Actually, wait, do I have a Estus shard? Do I have a spare Estus shard? I mean, it's not gonna help because I, didn't even get a chance to heal that time. It would be good to know. Is that a... Thought that might have been a Titanite shard. I rolled into that.
Titanite shard, more like that's tight, and I blinked on that one. I'm sorry.
Fair. There's one other thing I could do that would help a lot. I'll do it next time if there is a next time. I'm doing horribly.
You sure? Oh, now yeah, very much so now.
Get out! There we go. Okay. Yep. Fuck it. Getting greedy. Yeah.
I get you.
Alright. Next option is something that I do like to do for the later bosses.
Naturally.
Yeah. That is what I like to call my Phase 2. Alright. Yeah, clearly being naked does not helping. Alright. Well.
Nudity was not fixing your problems, you know.
Yeah. There we go. Yep. My Phase 2. Well, I'll explain it when we do it. It's what helped me beat the final boss of the final DLC. And it's a technique I saw it's an incredulous technique. If that makes sense. Alright. Come on, Bort. Let's go, bitch.
Oh, fuck. Dun, 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 dun.
There we
I will
go.
say this: it is very nice that that Bort introduces the ice element.
Oh yeah, that is like the main new shit.
It's the new main elemental affliction, which gets quite a bit of use in Elden Ring. I think more than Dark Souls 3. I think Dark Souls 3 kind of underuses it. There's only a few weapons that have it. But oof.
This is actually good. Now I can beat him.
Maybe we'll get that blood proc.
There we go.
Excellent.
Told you my phase 2 works. So, basically what it is my phase 2 is a technique where you pop an ember once the boss hits phase 2. Because that heals you all the way, gives you bonus health, and it heals you all the way, it gives you bonus health, and it's pretty good. So if you can make it to phase 2 without having to use an Estus, it leaves your Estuses free to it leaves your Estuses free for phase 2, and that's I did not mean to do that, but I'll take it. Yeah. All right. Actually, I'm gonna be grinding off screen anyways. So I'll go ahead and put it in. I'll go ahead and get my shit ready for that. Bean, do not nudge my hand when I am holding a controller, please.
To be fair, the kitty cat only knows that they want their head in your hand. They want to be that controller, held like potato.
Pretty be careful.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, the in Dark Soul or in the final fight, I actually waited until phase 3 to pop my ember. Cuz I can do the first phase of the final fight without taking damage. And then, obviously, I will take damage during phase 2. But phase 3, if I can save my essences to phase 3, then I'm golden. Oh, that's beautiful. That's my goal. That is one of my favorite areas right there that we're looking at. You can see so much shit.
Absolutely, they definitely.
There's the Cathedral of the Deep.
They learned all the right lessons.
There's the Farron. Bean, please get away from my PS5. Bean, please move. Sorry, Bean is rubbing up, and I don't want him to turn it off.
Oof.
Bean, just stay on my bed, all right? Stay right here. Dozer. I was petting Bean, and Dozer came up and just licked my face. The pets are... My sister's out of town, so the pets are all pretty lonely.
All over you?
Yeah.
But Mikester mostly just finds like a nice place to sleep and just sort of snoozes there. He's not exactly one for random cuddles.
Bean, don't bite. Hey, look, it's these guys. They are here and literally nowhere else in the game.
Hey, we came back just for this one bit.
Yeah, we're only here to provide a taxi service. We're nowhere else. All right. Should we call it here, or should we actually get a bit further? we've been going an hour and a half. We've defeated 2 bosses.
I think we can call it here. This is a highlight moment. Beating Vort. Always a good
Yeah.
milestone.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's a beautiful. 1, 2, 3. I think that there's like. Oh, look at the pilgrims. Also, I do know which ending I am going to choose. It's the same ending that that I would have chosen if it was an option in Dark Souls 1.
Ah.
Uh, I love
Let
that
it
you can see.
fade. Let it fade.
I love that you can just see everything.
Absolutely. It is very beautiful. I especially love the heavy fog that just sort of clouds everything.
Oh yeah. The I really love Illusory Walls videos on I believe it's called The Layout of Lothric, and it goes into depth about like the mapping, whether or not it's like one-to-one, odd quirks of it. Like the cathedral over there is slightly bigger than the actual cathedral. And somewhere in there, I don't think we can see it from this angle, but there's a fourth torch down there.
Huh.
That was the fourth torch was cut at like kind of late into development. But yeah. Anywho, yeah, let's go ahead and call it here. Thank you everybody for watching. Oh, you can see him. See that?
Ew. Oh, I'm seeing him. I'm seeing that archer. Yep, fair enough.
He's a friend. Oh wait, is that the cathedral? I think that might be the cathedral actually.
There's so many places.
Wait, if that's the cathedral, then what's that down there then? I thought that was the cathedral. Oh, no, no. Okay, I know what that is. That is where the boss of the undead settlement is, I believe.
Maybe?
Yeah.
I've not played in a while, so I am very much not familiar with
Yeah, because you go down the stairs, and then you go down this, because that leads to the area where you find the road to ruin, which leads to that area. So yeah, that would be. So yeah, that over there is the Cathedral of the Deep. Oh well, I'd have to rewatch. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. Also, one last thing I want to say is I love how dull the colors are. You can feel that, like especially how it becomes like gray, like the further
And
away
the
from
ash.
the center. Exactly, the ash. You think that's sand? No. You think that's a desert? No, the world is covered in ash because the first flame has burnt for so long, and you can even see it falling.
Speaking of games with ash, that's not sand, that's ash. Darksiders.
Yeah.
There's a bit where you reach a desert, and they're like, "You think that's a desert? That's ash. That's all the humans that have died. That's
Wild.
the entire human race."
There's this one Dark Souls 3 but in Unity 5 video I really hate because they make it more vibrant, which is antithetical to the whole premise of the game. Like the whole point is that the first flame is dying out, and that's why everything has that ashy like low saturated feel. And they also clear up the sky, give it clear blue skies. It pisses me off so much, and it makes it look so much worse. I hate people who remake things on Unity 5 without keeping the artistic intent, because if they did it with Drang Lake, if they did it with Majula in Dark Souls 2, I would have been fine, because that area that is one that would work with, because that area does have clear blue sky, well, clear red skies because it's on a sunset. Majuli, you'd be able to show off the water effects with the vast ocean. You'd be able to show off the fucking lighting effects with a sunset, a beautiful sunset. Like, the people who remake areas in Unity, more often than not, do not understand why certain choices were made in terms of artistic intent, and that leads them to effectively homogenize everything. And I hate it so much. So, thank you everybody for watching. This is episode 1 of Dark Souls 3. Definitely tune in to other stuff on the channel. Scraps, what are you playing?
I am playing Psychonauts.
Yeah, you can catch that on Wednesday. Also on the channel there is Link Between Worlds being played by our friend Biddy. And there's a couple tabletop RPGs. Plasticos is on a hiatus. So you'll have to wait 2 weeks to figure out what we're playing next. But my D&D 5e campaign is still going on, so definitely check that out. Comment challenge of the day. What's your favorite kind of elemental effect in games?
No, I got a better one.
Oh yeah, hit me.
What game do you hate being put into, like, Unity 5 test engine?
Oh.
For me, it's God of War.
Oh yeah.
I
that
always
one doesn't
hate,
even
like,
count, because that was just an asset flip. That was straight up an asset flip.
Absolutely, and that pisses me off the most.
Yeah, it was like some fucking Gregorian temple map that they got off the Unity store, plugged in the fucking PSP Kratos model.
Not even the PSP. They got the
PS Vita
Ascension model, I believe.
Ascension was Vita?
No, Ascension is PS3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's literally just an asset flip, the one you're talking about, and that pisses me off so fucking much.
They all are. Most of them are. Like a good 85% of them are, because what they do is they sorry
about that.
Because what they do is they basically just like get a model from like a game or something, put it in like a generic city map, and then just have it, be this like character walks slowly through an area. In the distance, there's another person. Then it ends. Ooh.
Yeah, I'd have to say, Ocarina of Time. That one of the Ganondorf fight really makes me angry, because the animations look so fucking like. It looks like it's happening on ice physics. The animations themselves are slow and sluggish, and the actual environment does not look good, because they have it be in like a fucking like a clean, like, white sterile room sort of thing. Like, it's still the geometry of the thing, but it doesn't have that, like, gold color that the walls have. It doesn't have, like, the light coming in from the windows, cascading in color. It's not beautiful. It feels sterile, slow, and it makes me so angry.
Absolutely hate it.
Yeah. Anywho, with that out of the way, there's nothing left to say, but good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.